let's do a couple syllabication words before we read our story. Okay, so I'm going to give you a list of words. I know it's been a little bit since we practiced this, but tell me if you need any reminders. So let's do these 4 words.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing I see that you're going to need to use for 3 of these words is consonant LE. So remember, we label that with C-LE.
I forgot how to do this until we stopped doing it.
I know, it's hard to remember, but so let's actually just do the first one together because we haven't talked about consonant LE in a little bit. So we circle the consonant with the LE and we label it C-LE.
I think we did that already. I think we did that already. I just forgot how to do syllabication.
Yeah, that's why we're going to review it. Okay, so now we need to look at the other 2 vowels. So we're going to look at E and E. We're going to label it with a V for vowel. Draw a bridge. How many consonants are on the bridge?
What?
Good, so label it with a C.
I think it's gonna be line.
First, split it. Wait, let's split it. Where should we split? Do we want it to be after the S or before?
After or?
So remember, we want to decide if this E is open or closed. So if it's going to say its name or if it's not going to say its name.
Before.
Good. Good. So we're going to put our line here. And that's going to make this an open syllable. And our second syllable is open or closed?
Closed.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever you're ready, you can sound it out.
Resemble.
Good. Resemble. You know what that means? Have you heard that word before? What do you think? What's your best guess about what it means? Resemble.
Like if the puzzle, like, let me do an example. If you were trying to like put a puzzle together and you want to like see the picture of it, you have to reassemble it all back together.
Ooh, reassemble. Good. That is true, and your definition was correct for reassemble. But this word is a little different because it's actually just resemble. Resemble. So in this word, the S kind of says z, resemble. Do you know what that means?
Why don't it just be a Z then?
Yeah, that's so silly. I don't know. Some words just don't follow the rules. But S sometimes makes the Z sound, like in this word, resemble. So, any new guesses? Or should I tell you what it means? Tell you? Okay. It's when somebody or something has the same, like, qualities or features as somebody else. So some people might say, you resemble your mom. What do you think that means? You resemble your mom.
Like you listen to her?
So if resemble means you have the same qualities or features, and somebody tells you, you resemble your mom, what do you think that means?
I don't know.
Qualities could be like the way you act or things about you, like if you had brown hair and your mom had brown hair. So now what do you think it means?
Like similar?
Yeah. So resemble means if someone said you resemble your mom, it means you look like your mom, or you remind somebody of the way that your mom is. So some people might say like their pet resembles their owner. What do you think that means?
Like they kind of look like they're like
Yeah, their owner. Like, have you ever seen a dog that kind of looks like their owner a little bit?
well,
Like
I
they
see a
look.
dog smile.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, let's do the next word.
Yay.
The next word has something at the very end. What do you think it is? Something special.
Silent E.
Yay! So we draw an arrow from the E to the O. Do you remember how we label it? M-E, magic E. Okay, then we can look at the other two vowels. What other two vowels do you see?
O and O.
Good, so let's underline those. We don't need to underline the E because it doesn't make a sound.
Yeah.
Then we're going to put vowel, vowel, and draw our bridge. And how do we label the V in the middle?
So it's a consonant.
Yes. Okay, what's our next step?
I forgot what it's called. Like that, like label. Put the line down.
Put the line down. So we're going to split the word into its parts or its syllables. Where should we put it? Before or after the V?
Before.
Okay. So that makes the first syllable what? How do we label it?
Open.
Good, because open syllables end with a vowel. Our second syllable is what?
C-O.
Okay, so our second syllable, how do we do we need to label
I forgot.
anything else?
We don't do anything.
Yeah, because it's what?
Magic E.
Good. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can sound it out.
Provoke.
So the O is saying what? The last O.
O.
Yes, because the E is making it say its name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Try one more time.
Provoke.
Yay, good. Have you heard that word? What do you think it means? What's your best guess? Provoke.
Like I provoke you to speak to this person. Like tell you, like force you to speak
Okay,
to someone.
it could mean that. Like it could mean that you're enticing somebody to do something, like you're trying to get somebody to do something. And that's a good definition. So you're trying to get a reaction out of something or somebody, right? Maybe you're trying to provoke your brother, or your brother's trying to provoke you. That might mean that they are trying to get you to do something or get a rise out of you. Like, has your brother ever tried to annoy you on purpose? Yeah, that means he's provoking you. Okay, how should we label this next one? What's our first step?
So there's an LE, so we have to circle the TLE.
Good. And how can we label it?
We label it C/LE.
Yep, good. Okay, consonant LE. Now what can we do with the rest of the word? What do you notice?
That there's only one syllable.
So there's two syllables, but there's only one other vowel, right?
Yeah.
Here. So can we draw a bridge? Do
No.
we need to draw a bridge? Nope. But what do we need to do? What's our last step?
Make it close.
Good job. So close this syllable. And the second syllable is consonant LE, and it's saying toll. Go ahead and sound it out.
Shuttle.
Good, what does that mean?
Like maybe like a space shuttle.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great thought. So a shuttle can be something that goes very fast, right? It can be part of it's like a form of transportation, really, because it transports you to different places. So space shuttles transport you to where?
To different
Where would
places.
Yeah, to space though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I do not have
I'm
really.
started on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really have enough room at the bottom. So why don't you actually just try this one and then let me know if you get stuck.
Okay.
Good? All right. How many syllables do you have in your word?
3, 4.
Close. Your consonant L is 1. You got that? You got that circled? Okay. And then you should have your split here. Is this what you have? Okay, let's look at it. So did you draw your bridge from the U to the A?
Yeah.
Okay. So then this, remember about a scoop? We got to scoop 3 letters right here. Skr, because SCR is a blend. It says skr.
Skr.
Yeah. So then we split it between the N and the S. That gives us, so how many syllables are there actually?
2.
Close.
One.
You forgot about 1. So we got 1 here, which is closed. We got 1 here, which is what?
Closed.
And the last one is what?
C/LE.
So how many do we have?
3.
Good. Okay, now you can sound it out.
Unscramble.
Great. What do you think that means?
Like if it was like a puzzle and you were put together and your mom says you have to clean up. You have to like unscramble it again and put it in the box and put it away.
That's a beautiful definition. Love it. Okay, let's do our reading.
Yay.
Okie dokie dokie. Good job on that.
Thank you.
Today we're reading The Neighborhood. This is going to be our fiction story, and then depending on how much time we have, we'll read a nonfiction. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Henry lives in a small neighborhood. It is not a neighborhood like any other neighborhood. There are only 8 homes in his neighborhood. Each home has lots of land around it. The homes are not near to each other. Some neighbors have barns on their property. Some have huge garages.
Try that word one more time.
Gardens.
Yeah, get up.
Gardens. Some have goats and chickens, and one even even has a pond. Henry has friends with all 18 of his neighbors. The neighbors like to meet with one another once a month or more. Sometimes they'll have a potluck dinner.
Have you heard of that before? Potluck dinner. Potluck dinner is where sometimes people will have it after church, where you have the church service and then everybody brings a dish to share and they put it on like a big table and then everyone will go around and take some food. So potluck dinner means that, have you been to one? Yeah.
At our church.
Cool. Yeah. So potluck dinner just really means that you are going to make a dish and then bring it to a get together and then everybody's going to eat each other's food like a little party. Okay, keep reading. You're right here. A potluck dinner
and everyone brings a dish to pass. Sometimes they roast hot dogs over a campfire and sing songs. Sometimes they meet to play games and do silly contests.
What's that last word right there?
Contests.
Contests. Good.
One winter, the neighbors met for a sunlight.
Try that one again. Use the pictures for clues.
Sleigh ride.
Good.
The kids made snowman while the grown-ups hopped and
Wait. Try this one right here. H. The grown-ups what? Yeah.
hooked
Hooked.
the pond to the sleigh.
Wait, what are they hooking to the sleigh?
Pony.
Yeah, good.
To the sleigh, the pony was excited and let out a loud neigh. The pony could only pull so much weight, so the neighbors had to take turns in the sleigh. The pony pulled everyone around the neighborhood. While some were on the sleigh, others made snowmen and drank hot cocoa and chatted.
Good job.
Everyone had a great time. They were all glad to live in such a fantastic neighborhood.
Yay, good job. That was great. Okay, so let's work on some questions. Got your whiteboard ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first question is, what was the story about? And remember, we're working on writing incomplete sentences. So you can start your sentence with, the story was about. How's it going?
Good, I'm about to be done.
Great. Good.
Done.
Okay. Tell me what you wrote.
The story was about 8 people who live in a neighborhood. They all love living in a neighborhood.
Good. Okay, I want you to double check your information though and just check how many people live there. There were 8 homes. 8 homes. You're correct about that. There were 8 homes. Here we go. Henry is friends
with 18.
Yeah, but you don't need to change it. But I'm glad that you found the answer to that. Okay.
It is easy to change.
Oh, perfect. All good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, erase, and then I'll tell you the next question. Tell me when you're ready. This one you're going to have to think out of the box a little bit.
Ready?
What made the neighborhood fantastic?
Can I start a sentence with that?
You can say the neighborhood was fantastic because that would be a great sentence.
You know what is
What do you say?
fantastic?
Fantastic. It's right at the bottom.
Oh.
So the story doesn't really specifically tell us why it's fantastic, but you get an idea from reading the story of why they think it is fantastic. So it's a little bit your opinion, but a little bit the story gives you clues as to how to answer the question.
I spell gathered.
GATHERED.
I spell around. Oh, wait.
Good? All right, let's hear it.
The neighborhood was fantastic because they all gathered around and they loved doing that together.
Good sentence. Does your neighborhood ever gather together?
Huh?
Do you gather together with your neighbors? Are you friends with any of your neighbors?
One of our neighbors go to our school. These are tutor.
Oh yeah, across the street. You told me about that. That's cool.
Yeah.
We moved, so we don't know a lot of our neighbors right now, actually.
Yeah, us too. Like, we don't really talk to people.
Yeah, you have other friends. That's okay. It would be cool to have 18 neighbors who you were best friends with, though, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Okay, your last question for this story is, to describe the neighborhood with details from the story. So I want you to try to think of 3 details from this story that help describe the neighborhood. So when you're describing the neighborhood, you're going to tell me things about the neighborhood that are specific from the story. So you can find 3 things in the story about the neighborhood to write in your sentence. They got to be describing words, though. Describing words are adjectives, right?
Okay. There's a sentence with the.
Depends. What are you going to say? What are you thinking about saying? Like,
Like
what's the beginning part of your sentence?
the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good.
I'm looking in the story.
You're fine. Take your time. Good. All right, let's hear it.
The neighborhood had ponies, and they gathered around and do potluck.
Good. So you got, they had ponies, they gathered together, and there was potluck dinner. Good. 3 things that describe it. Good job. So you could have also said that it was small. Small is a describing word, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could also say that there was lots of land around it. And the homes were not near each other. And a lot of it had barns. There is lots of describing sentences. I didn't even notice. I didn't notice. Yeah, I didn't notice the first time we read it. They have huge gardens and goats and chickens. You did get ponies, though. You did write about the ponies. That's cool. Okay. We have like close to 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and start our nonfiction story. And if we don't finish it, we're going to finish it next week. Okay?
Yay.
Because we like to reread the nonfiction anyway.
I thought we have we done a groundhog before, fiction one?
No, I haven't thought about that. That's a good idea, though.
I thought we did one of those before.
Groundhogs?
Because I remember doing one, like a groundhog. Or was it a beaver?
I think we did do one on beavers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had a groundhog one, and how am I at 10%?
Oh, do you need to find your charger?
I'm using my charger. And I think I got it all correct.
You did? About groundhogs?
I think.
You felt good about it? Did you have to answer questions afterwards?
What?
Did you have to answer questions after you read? Like we do? Nice.
Yeah. Like this. 3 bears.
Nice. You'll have to tell me when you get your work back how you did. That's good that you felt good about it, though. Okay, go ahead and start reading whenever you're ready.
3 bears. Did you know that there are 8 different kinds of bears found around the world? 3 very different ones are polar bears, grizzly bears, and giant pandas.
Nice.
Polar bears live in the Arctic Circle near the North Pole. Polar bears stay warm in very cold temperatures because they have a layer of fat called blubbers.
Blubber. Good job.
And because they are covered in 2 layers of fur, polar bears are exciting or excellent
Nice. Good job.
swimmers. Also, groundhogs, they're excellent swimmers too.
That's good to know. I didn't know that actually.
I read in the passage when I had it.
I'm glad you remembered it.
And have short claws. Beavers have, like groundhogs have short, sharp ones.
Oh, sharp.
To help them walk across ice and snow. Polar bears mostly eat seals, but they will eat other Arctic animals as well. Grizzly bears can be found in the Azle.
So this is a place.
Azle?
Asia.
Asia.
Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep reading.
Europe and North America.
Good job.
We live in North.
Yeah,
I've been to Europe.
You wish you were in Europe?
I like it.
Yeah, that was a fun trip for you. Okay, keep going.
Grizzly bears like to eat plants, manatees, and fish.
Try that word.
I thought it was manatees. Mantles.
So in the middle, you're putting a T. So check out the middle sounds.
Is it just M?
Mm-hmm.
Maples.
So it's going to be split right in between the 2 M's.
Maples.
So first syllable says what? Read just the first syllable. M-A-M.
Mam.
Good. Second syllable?
M-A. Mouse.
Good. So first syllable. Try again. Ma'am.
Mammals.
Nice. Okay. Bears like to eat plants, mammals,
and fish.
Good.
They can run over 30 miles per hour. Even though grizzly bears are very big and strong, their cubs only weigh 1 pound. When they are born,
So what do you think they mean by their cubs only weigh 1 pound when they're born?
Like they don't weigh that much.
Well, do the bears not weigh that much, or what does cubs mean in this sentence? Even though grizzly bears are very big and strong, their cubs only weigh 1 pound when they're born. What does this sentence mean?
like they're not heavy when they're born. They didn't like eat or anything. They're like still staying the exact same weight.
Okay. Do you know? So, what do you think the word cubs means in this sentence? Cubs.
Cubs are like grizzly bears babies.
Nice. Okay. So, even though the bears are big and strong, when they have babies, their cubs are only 1 pound, very small. Like, usually when people have babies, they're like 5 to 8 or 9 pounds. So, baby bears are small. 1 pound is very small. Okay, keep reading.
The great panda lives
What's this?
in the giant.
Yeah, the giant panda. Good job.
The giant panda lives in the China and has black and white fur. This bear eats up to 30 pounds of bamboo. Every day, the giant panda is the endangered animal.
What does that mean?
Like, it might go extinct.
Good job.
I want to go extinct. It's so cute.
I know. That would be sad.
Yep. Because many of the forests where they live have been destroyed, many people work hard to protect giant pandas.
Good job. Okay. Let's see. We got a little time. List 2 reasons from the article that explain why polar bears can live in such cold climate. So in your sentence that you write, I want you to tell me 2 reasons that explain why polar bears can live in such a cold climate.
Can I do one sentence and then another?
Yes, as long as they're complete.
Okay. Wait, how should I start it?
We can look at the question to figure out how to start it. So list 2 reasons from the article that explain why polar bears can live in such cold climate. So you could say polar bears can live in a cold climate because.
I'm just gonna say polar bears and what?
Okay, as long as you explain why they can live in such a cold climate, then we'll be good.
Okay.
Here, let me show you the reading in case you want to look back at anything.
Okay.
Ah.
I forgot to spell in there. Should it be EIR or IER?
For there, THEIR.
Okay. I think I have to say this one and then do the next one because I don't have enough room for the next.
That's fine. Just tell me when you're ready.
Polar bears have a layer of fat called blubber to cover their skin.
Good. Good job. Okay, that's a good first reason. Now we need one more.
Could I do and?
What do you mean?
Connect it?
To connect it? That would be a pretty long sentence. So let's just start a brand new one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I was just trying to find a polar bear.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Okay, let's hear it.
Polar bears have two layers of fur that keeps them from getting cold.
Good. You're writing in awesome sentences today.
I was like about to say, you're writing in complete sentences.
Perfectly complete sentences.
These like
Okay.
write in complete sentences.
We have 5 minutes. Let's look at number 2. So we have 3 words: herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. Herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. Have you heard of these before? You know what any of them mean? No? All right, let's learn about it. So words and definitions. How about you tell me what herbivore means?
Um,
Here's the definition right after it.
an animal that eats only plants.
Good. Okay, carnivore.
An animal that eats only other animals.
Omnivore.
An animal that eats both plants and other animals.
Good. Okay, so we need to choose if a grizzly bear is a carnivore, herbivore, or an omnivore.
Will I need my whiteboard for this one?
No, that's okay. We're just going to talk about these words. This is going to be our vocab part. So herbivore, carnivore, omnivore. So we need to decide if a grizzly bear, which one he is. So let's go back. The only way we're going to remember is if we go back and reread. And we're looking at grizzly bears. So we're going to look at this paragraph. You can read it in your head or you can read it out loud, but tell me when you figure out what he eats.
I already know.
Okay, tell me.
He eats plants and mammals and fish.
Okay, so let's go back to see how much?
5%.
We have 3 minutes left, so we'll be good. Okay, so he eats plants, mammals, and fish. Which one do you think he is? A herbivore, carnivore, or omnivore?
He is a herbivore.
So this one only eats plants. Herbivores only eat plants.
Omnivore.
Yeah, why?
Because he eats animals. fish, and mammals. And
Yeah.
he eats also plants.
Good. Omnivore. Okay, now we need to decide if a giant panda is a herbivore, omnivore, or carnivore.
Let's see. It only says bamboo.
So what is bamboo?
Plant. It's a plant.
Okay, good. So what do you think he is?
It's a herbivore.
Herbivore. Good. Herbivores are animals that only eat plants. Okay, now we're looking at
Panda is a polar bear is a carnivore.
combo. Is that what you said? Oh, a carnivore. You think?
Yeah,
Okay,
because it only eats other animals.
you remembered it? Mostly eats.
It's the only last one too.
True. That is true. That was a good guess. But it could have been one of them just had more than one. But you were right this time. Polar bears mostly eat seals and other what?
Arctic animals as well.
Good. Okay. Next week we're going to finish 3 and 4. And then we're going to compare this to Goldilocks and the Three Bears, which is not nonfiction.
It's fiction.
So Goldilocks and the Three Bears is going to be the next story we read next week, along with this story. And then you do a little bit of writing as well. So that is something to look forward to. And it's 7:30. We're all out of time. You did great.
Oh, I have to say something too.
Okay.
So I had a chapel today,
You did.
and the person who had it, she loves reading books. She reads like 5 books in a week or something.
Oh wow.
Like 2-3 weeks or something. And then she likes reading like there's this like word is like fiction and nonfiction together.
Realistic fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She likes reading those.
Yeah. Those are cool. Do you know what that means?
Like it's kind of fiction and kind of real. Like the events can be real and the people might like be fake.
That's a great explanation. Yeah. It's a story that's made up, but it could really happen in real life. You liked that chapel though? It was good. You liked the speaker?
Yeah, because she light her hand on fire.
Oh, well, that would be an interesting thing to listen
because it was like a thing that she put her hands in soap and she was like, light up.
Love it. Okay. You did so good today. I like when they burst like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.